Welcome to this celebration of playwrights and playwriting, hosted by the American Theater Critics Association. My name is Martha Wade Steckety, critic and dramaturg based in New York City and chair of ATCA's executive committee for the past 2 years. Traditionally, we present the Steinberg, ATCA, and Osborn Awards live. Last year, we planned for a ceremony at South Coast Rep's Pacific Playwrights Festival, and we adapted, as the world adapted in the face of the pandemic, to create a virtual 2020 celebration of plays produced in 2019. Welcome to our second virtual awards presentation of plays produced in 2020. ATCA's New Play Committee and the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust are committed to continuing their long tradition of honoring outstanding plays by U.S. playwrights that have had professional productions outside of New York City. The New Play Committee's review of new work in the 2020 pandemic year was limited to plays produced in January, February, and March, before the world shut down. And with no apologies, we're thrilled to have found outstanding work worthy of the Steinberg and Osborn Awards during this truncated production year. The ATCA New Play Award history stretches back to 1977, when we first awarded annual citations of a single new play produced outside New York City. Starting in 1986, we began to honor 3 plays annually, one as the ATCA New Play Award and 2 as citations. In 2000, ATCA partnered with the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust, resulting in a significant increase in the prize amounts. The New Play Committee has also selected, since 1994, the annual M. Elizabeth Osborn Award that recognizes a work by an author whose plays have not yet received a high-profile production or major national awards. As a New York City-based member of ATCA's New Play Committee, I've been privileged to read plays with regional premieres before they grace New York City stages. Who doesn't love early viewing bragging rights? And boy, what a thrill it is to give playwrights money and to celebrate their work. ATCA is often there first, scouring regional productions for plays that can go on to national and international acclaim. Please join me in welcoming, from the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust, Jim Steinberg.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone, depending on where you are. I'm Jim Steinberg, and on behalf of my fellow trustees and all the staff at the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust, we welcome you to the annual Steinberg ATCA Awards presentation. And we thank you for joining us for this special time. We'd also like to extend a special thanks to the American Theater Critics Association and their selection committee for their extraordinary efforts during these difficult times. As you know, this year, like last, we are presenting these awards virtually. And though we are unable to shake hands and hug all the winners as we would like, our heartfelt congratulations are just as sincere. As theaters begin the process of reopening after this brutal pandemic, we know that things will be different and theater in the future will not necessarily look like the before times. But one thing is sure, the live interaction of actors and audience in a communal setting, whether indoors or out, will once again bring a feeling of community to people and once again have our hearts beating as one. And this is something to which we look forward to with great anticipation. These awards that are being presented are significant not only because they come during this time of emotional and physical fragility, but because they allow America to see that theater is still alive and a significant part of our culture. Theater and theater artists are inventive and adaptive, as we have seen through the use of Zoom, and will continue to be so. Now, we don't know what the future of American theater looks like, but we do know this about it. As Samuel Clemens wrote so long ago, the reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. As we see the daylight emerge, as we exit that long pandemic tunnel, we can't wait to reconnect with each other and once again share our love, our hurt, our pain and suffering, and our joy. We truly look forward to seeing all of you in person next year to celebrate our playwrights, our theaters, and life together, and have one hell of a party. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim and Martha. I'm Lou Harry, and I was honored once again to be chair of ATCA's new play committee and presiding over the discussion, debate, and voting for the Steinberg ATCA Awards and the Osborn Award. The 5 finalists chosen this year are Graveyard Shift by Cat, Not a Haiku, in which the worlds of a couple from Illinois and a small-town police officer collide. Here's a play that's true to our moment, said one panelist. It stares the ugliness in the face while challenging us to move beyond easy, virtue-signaling posturing. The writing is gorgeous, the dialogue is real, and the cross-cutting is deftly handled. Graveyard Shift premiered at the Goodman Theater in Chicago. Her Honor, Jane Byrne, by J. Nicole Brooks. In 1981, Chicago's first woman mayor moves into the Cabrini Green public housing project. Brooks brings this chapter of history to real vivid life, said one panelist. The play toggles so deftly between personal and political tragedy, and the dialogue is smart, fast, and very Chicago. Her Honor, Jane Byrne, premiered at Looking Glass Theater in Chicago. The Leopard Play, or Sad Songs for Lost Boys by Isaac Gomez. After a decade away, a young man returns to his U.S.-Mexico border home to find the truth behind his uncle's death. Powerful in so many ways, said one critic, the play is sincere, searching, and contains a critique of deeply toxic machismo and how it can poison a family. The Leopard Play premiered at Steep Theater in Chicago. In Ship by Douglas Williams, a young woman returns from rehab to her Mystic, Connecticut hometown, where the most coveted job is a seaport tour guide and the most interesting person is a classmate who attempted a world record for longest fingernails. Finding the balance of quirkiness and believable humanity can be difficult. It's pulled off here, said a panelist, in a funny and poignant story about 2 stuck young people. Ship premiered at Azuka Theater in Philadelphia. The final finalist is Verboten by Brett Nouveau, who wrote the book, and Jason Narducci, music and lyrics. In 1983, a band of teens channels their home life frustrations into punk music. The characters are real and engaging, said a panelist. The dialogue and lyrics are funny and honest, and the music is great too. Verboten premiered at the House Theater in Chicago. Those are the finalists. And the Steinberg ATCA citations, each carrying a $7,500 prize and plaques for the winner and the premiering theater, goes to Verboten and to Graveyard Shift. Here are the winners.
Hello. We want to say thank you so much for the Steinberg citation. And I'm Brett Nevue, and this is Jason.
Jason Narducci, thank you very much to the American Theater Critics Association. We are honored.
Very honored.
For our award for Verboten, which we co-wrote. I want to thank Brett for coming up with the idea of having a musical about my band when I was a little kid. And huge thanks to Nathan Allen. These two really pushed me to make this happen. I was terrified of it. I'm thrilled that it happened.
Yeah.
Huge thanks to the cast and crew.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten great reviews.
And House Theater, and to Jason for allowing us, and
huge thanks to me.
huge thanks to you, and to the original members of Verboten too.
Yes.
It was a joy, and we're so happy that the show is being honored.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, American Theater Critics Association and the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust for this great honor. My name is Cat, Not a Haiku, formerly Cord Arrington Tuttle, playwright and author of Graveyard Shift. I must acknowledge how good it feels to be recognized in such an esteemed manner. Thank you. And in doing so, I must also acknowledge that neither this play nor its development process live in a vacuum. I am grateful for the many development opportunities this play has seen and the many people who lend their time, energy, and talents to their realization. I'd like to thank my partner in creativity, director Danya Tamor, for her fearless vision for this work, and certainly the Goodman Theater and Bob Falls for producing my play. I cannot think of a more perfect place for it to have seen first light in its full glory. I am also grateful to my incredible team of agents with whom I'm blessed to work. It is with a full and grateful heart that I accept this citation. And congratulations to the other finalists. I recognize that I am in good company, which is something I don't take lightly. Once again, thank you.
Thank you. And now the top prize for this year's Steinberg ATCA New Play Award, which carries a $25,000 prize and plaques for the playwright and premiering theater, goes to Her Honor Jane Byrne by Jane Nicole Brooks.
For a playwright who likes to shove a lot of words into their text, I'm actually at a loss for words at this very moment. What a supreme and gorgeous honor this is. I would like to thank everyone for this honor that I never in a million years would have guessed that I would get, but here I am. So thank you to the Steinberg and the American Theater Critic Association. I'd like to thank every single person that put their hands on the deck, read my words, considered my thoughts, and gave me this chance. I'd also like to thank all of my creative siblings at the Looking Glass Theater Company. I really couldn't have done this play without them. It's really quite an honor to be a part of this artistic collective, but it's so important that we have folks out there that are supporting new work. So I want to say thank you to all of them. I'd also like to thank the genius, and I do mean genius, actors and other creatives that put their hands into this story. We all know that writing is rewriting, and I did a lot of it, and I could not have done that by myself. So thank you to every single person that helped with research, that helped some of those parts that were a little wonky get way better. I couldn't have done it without you. I'd also like to thank the families of Jane Byrne and Marion Stamps. I send you and your entire family a lot of love and respect and peaceful vibrations. And speaking of the great city of Chicago, the occupied land that we're on, the Three Fires Confederacy, this play is a love letter to this wonderful city, a city that breaks my heart and a city that fills my heart, a city that has made me into a writer. And I hope to continue those stories. And finally, I'd like to talk to all of the playwrights that are out there, all of you playwrights that are hustling, that are grunting, comma by comma, line by line, all of you playwrights that don't have fancy agents, may not have a fancy institution backing you. You might even have a hard time getting somebody to just read your work and get back some feedback. I just want to say that I feel you, I see you, and I will always lock arms with you. Keep going. You're the best we've got. I want to thank everyone in the city of Chicago that rooted this play on. I want to thank everyone beyond the city of Chicago that rooted this play on. This is a huge honor. I hope that I've made you all proud. I hope that I will continue to make you proud. Thank you for investing in this new work. And I promise you, this won't be the last time you'll see me. I wish you all love, peace, power, and to all of my fellow gremlins, theater is not dead, so keep going.
In addition to the Steinberg ATCA Awards, ATCA's new play committee also selects a play for the M. Elizabeth Osborn Award. This award, carrying a $1,000 prize and funded by ATCA, celebrates a play written by an emerging playwright who has yet to receive a New York City production, won a major national award, or had a play produced by a high-profile regional theater. This year's winner of the M. Elizabeth Osborn Award is Ship by Douglas Williams, which had its premiere at Azuka Theater in Philadelphia.
Great. Hello, my name is Douglas Williams. I am the playwright of Ship, and I am so excited and grateful to be accepting the M. Elizabeth Osborn Award. What an exciting surprise in a year where it's been odd being a playwright. This is such an honor, and it's so exciting to be accepting. And so my thanks to the ATCA, the entire committee who is reading plays. What fun! This is so great. My eternal gratitude to Azuka Theater who produced the play, the whole team at Azuka, and specifically Kevin Glockham, the artistic director of Azuka and the director of this play, who's been a huge champion of this play, a huge champion of mine. This wouldn't have been possible without Kevin and all the support. And my thanks to Azuka just for being a home for new plays in Philadelphia, specifically for new plays by local playwrights, which is just essential to our city and our culture and to our art form. And so my thanks to Azuka and to Kevin. And my thanks to my sister, Katie, who was a huge part of bringing SHIP to life. She's just been such a supportive figure in my life, and SHIP has a lot of both of us in it, and she, her process in the beginning of this play and bringing it to life and everything was so essential, and it wouldn't have been possible without her. And so my thanks to Katie. This is just so fun and exciting, and it's after this year when there hasn't been theater, everything's been kind of virtual, it's just such a fun and exciting thing. And so my thanks to everybody, my thanks to the committee for still giving out the awards this year, and still finding a way to honor plays, even though our industry has been sort of halted or changed. So it's just so exciting. I'm so thankful, and just excited to be part of the group this year. So thank you again, and we'll see you. Thanks. Bye.
Congratulations again to all of our winners. Thank you to the members of the ATCA's New Play Committee for your hard work on this annual project, and we look forward to gathering again next year. Thanks to Jim Steinberg and the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust for their generosity and inspiration. Thanks to all of the theaters around the country that continue to produce new work. Thanks to these playwrights for giving these works to the world, and we look forward to future productions of these and other plays of yours. Again, congratulations. I'm Lou Harry from ATCA's New Play Committee. Thank you for joining us for this very special announcement. Be well.